The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway with DAA Car Parks. Park closer when you book at dublinairport.com.
Good evening and welcome to FM104's Phone Show. This is Adrian Kennedy with you right through until midnight tonight. And if you've been tuning into FM104 during the week, you will know that I'm not in the studio. In fact, I'm not in Dublin. Jeremy's not in the studio. Jeremy's not in Dublin. We're not even in Ireland right now. Right this very second, I am standing outside the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine, where I decided I was going to set out to finish the 104-hour challenge, and that is exactly where I am right this very second. Earlier this evening, myself and Jeremy completed the FM104 Phone Show 104-Hour Runaway. The challenge was to get as far away from Dublin as possible. And over the next 2 hours, we'll be bringing you the highlights of the week. And this should make interesting listening, I have to say. You'll also find out later on who won the challenge, because as I record this right now, I don't even know myself. All I know is as I talk to you right now, I am standing within 400 metres of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, which is now being encased in concrete to protect the environment forevermore. Anyway, we'll start with day one of our 104-hour challenge. But it didn't start off as smooth as we, or indeed I, had hoped.
Day one.
Good morning to you. Never speak to you this hour, do I?
No, this is very early for me. I'm very early for Jeremy, but
it's 8 minutes to 5 a.m. I'm at Dublin Airport. Where's Adrian? Ask Adrian where he is.
Adrian Kennedy, where are you?
I'm in the car.
You're keeping it very vague. Where are you?
No, I'm on the M50 and I'm on my way to Bray.
Whoa. You're on your way to Bray?
Yes, I've just realised.
Adrian, turn around, man. You're going the wrong way.
I was on my way to the airport and discovered I didn't have my passport. I had to turn around and go back to Bray.
People listen to this are going to say that's a wind-up. You couldn't make this up. Honestly, you couldn't make this up. I arrived at the airport at about 4:30 at the time we were supposed to. A liaison with our boarding cards is here, Sean. He's after giving me my boarding card. I now know where I'm taking my flight to. I rang Adrian as soon as I arrived at the airport. As you can hear in the background, even though it's now 7 minutes to 5, the airport is absolutely packed. Everybody's trying to get out of here before Obama arrives. Anyway, I arrived at 4:30, got my boarding card, as we said we were, and I rang Adrian to see where he was, and the gobshite, I forgot my passport. I'm on the way back to Bray. We do now know where well, Adrian doesn't know where he's going yet, but I do know where I'm flying to, so I'm going to put you back onto a liaison who's meeting us out here at the airport.
Oh,
Sean,
very fancy.
He's going to basically tell you where I'm going to. How are you?
Hello, how's it going?
Paris.
Jeremy's going to Paris.
Beauvais.
Paris Beauvais.
That's the one.
No way.
It's not exactly Paris, is it? That's the Ryanair airport in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, I'm going to, as soon as I saw the boarding passport had Ryanair, I said no matter what airport it is, it's going to be in the back arse of nowhere. So it's that's where I'm going, Paris Beauvais. Adrian, I know where you're going now. You don't know where you're going, and I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, until I get to the airport.
All I can say is, I think at this stage of the race, before it's even begun, I think I have a bit of a head start on you.
Well, you probably do, but I'll catch up. I'm not worried about it. I'll catch up.
The question I have to ask you, and all joking aside, do you know where your bloody passport is?
I'm 90% sure I know where it is.
And what happens if you can't find it?
I'm hoping it's on the kitchen table. If I can't find it, well, then I'll be back onto you crying in a half an hour.
Good morning, Adrian Kennedy.
You've heard my panic this morning.
Yeah, you forgot your passport, is that right?
I forgot my passport, yeah.
Oh my.
Stop.
So you had to go all the way back to Bray, did you?
I had to go all the way back to Bray, yeah.
Can you tell us exactly what you have on you? You've got your passport.
I have my passport.
You got some clothes.
I have some clothes.
What else have you got?
And I have €50.
€50, okay. Now,
and the €50 has to last me for the rest of today.
Now, the flight isn't included in this, so...
No, it's not, no.
So, if you want to get a cup of tea on the plane...
I'll have to pay it out of my €50. So, I've had to hand over my wallet with my laser card and my credit card in it.
Right.
So I don't have my own laser card and I don't have my own credit card with me. I've no idea what I'm doing. I'm getting off a flight to Eindhoven. I've never been there in my life.
Right, you've never been. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, never been to Eindhoven before. All I know is that it's in Holland.
Right.
And I'll get off and I'll try and work out where I'm going to go from there.
FM104.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That's an assembly boarding call for the Ryanair
That's the only emotion I feel at this moment. Oh, what a start to my morning. I've missed Jeremy, and he's just gone on his flight. He's going to Paris Beauvais. I'm waiting at gate 103 for my flight to Eindhoven. Now, I've never been to Eindhoven in my life. Don't know much about the place. And what I have with me is I have a laptop, I have a tape recorder and a camera, and I'm asking randomers to take photographs of me, which is a little bit odd, but my flight's not for another hour, so I'm going to entertain myself now by writing an article that's going to be in tomorrow's Star newspaper, and then I'm going to try and Google Eindhoven and see where I go from there.
Adrian Kennedy, can you state your location, please, for the listeners?
I am now sitting at the bus stop outside Eindhoven Airport in southeast Holland.
From Eindhoven to Beauvais in Paris. Good morning, Jeremy.
How are you? Sorry, Jim, just bear with me for a moment. Excusez-moi. That's the bus for Paris. It's arriving. This bus here?
Excusez-moi. He just drops the French after excusez-moi. Excusez-moi, is that the bus for the Paris, is it?
Stop it. It's very difficult when you don't speak the language.
Lads, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We can start now, can we?
I'm going to. When you hear the noise, when you hear the specially made horn effect, you can
Jim,
then.
Yeah. Jim, you can let your horn go now because this bus ain't going anywhere, so I'm stuck here for the moment.
Adrian
Horn
Kennedy.
or no horn.
Jeremy Dixon. Get lost. Get out there. Get into Europe. Good luck.
Excellent. Kennedy, I'm going to whip your ass.
Yeah, watch it. Yeah, we'll see.
See, he's 5 minutes in Europe and he's already talking like that.
So I'm now outside Paris Beauvais Airport, trying to see where the bus comes from, because I believe that the only way into the centre of Paris is by bus. So let me try and ask a local and test my French language to see if anybody knows. Bonjour. Parlez-vous l'anglais?
Non.
No. The bus to Paris.
Ah, bus. Bon, direction.
Yeah, the direction.
Je sais pas.
That's
faut demander.
Okay, merci beaucoup. Oh, he doesn't speak any English at all, but I think he told me that the bus to Paris is slightly down here. So there's a car rental place here, and I'm just wondering how much it would cost me to rent a car and drive into Paris. So just bear with me now, and I'm going to go in. Hertz. Bonjour, ça va? Oh, parlez-vous l'anglais?
Yes.
Ah, excellent. Do you have any cars to rent?
What would you like to?
Well, I'm just inquiring. If I rent a car from here and leave it somewhere else, like in the centre of Paris, it's more expensive, is it?
Yeah, it's around 230 euros, something like this.
Just for one day, is it? 230.
Yeah.
Okay, it's too expensive. Okay, merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Bye bye. Oh Lord. I don't know if you heard that lady there, but €230 to rent a car and drive it into Paris. Now I only have €50 a day to spend, so that's not an option. So it looks as though it's going to be the bus, I'm afraid. So I'm standing here. I'm pretty hungry. I've spent, just to keep track of the money, we have €50 a day. I spent €5 in Paris airport getting myself a disgusting croissant with cheese for my lunch / breakfast. So that was €5 gone. I spent €15 on the bus ticket into the centre of Paris. So that's 20 gone, 30 left for the rest of the day. Now a bus has just pulled up actually. Excusez-moi. That's our bus? Oui.
Io penso di sì.
Peut-être.
Peut-être.
Merci. My French is a bit better. My French is a bit better than I thought.
Okay, now this is Adrian in. I've just landed 20 minutes ago in Eindhoven, which is in southeast Holland. I want to get into central Eindhoven, into the bus depot.
€3, please.
€3.
Yes.
Okay.
€3 plus 2.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What I think I'm going to do now, I haven't quite worked this out, but I'm going to go to the central bus depot in Eindhoven and hopefully be able to get a bus to somewhere like... I was looking at the European map. I think I'm going to try and head for somewhere like Dusseldorf. So I'll talk to you later on.
Jeremy, are you there?
Bonjour.
Au revoir.
Adrian seems to be a lot more successful than me at the moment because, as you can hear from the traffic in the background, I'm stuck in the centre of Paris at the moment. I'm just coming up to the footsteps of the Eiffel Tower. Sorry, that's not the Eiffel Tower, it's the Arc de Triomphe. Sorry, I got them complete.
Oh, well-travelled man here. This man knows his geography.
I'm literally standing in front of the Arc de Triomphe now, and you'll see the photographs on Facebook. I'm going to get some nice Parisian woman to take a photograph of me. See, when you have the bit of lingo, Andy, it works over here. You know what I
mean? You don't have much lingo. That's the problem.
Excuse me, moi. That's all I need. Excuse me, moi.
FM 104.
Well, Mr. Kennedy,
I'm at this moment. I'm just after leaving the bus depot. I'm in Dusseldorf.
Right.
I'm just after leaving the bus depot after spending an hour with a very helpful man in the bus depot, trying to work out how I can get out of Dusseldorf. And for I've €27 left.
Right.
I haven't eaten yet. I'm absolutely starving. And there is nowhere I can go with €27.
Okay, do you know where you're going to put the head down tonight at all?
No idea.
Okay.
Absolutely no idea. And it's starting to look like I'm going to be stuck in Dusseldorf because I'm bar going out, and I think I'm going to have to do this later on. I'm going to try and hitch a lift.
Yeah, no, I know. I was listening to Andy earlier on, and he gave you a website, I think, wasn't it?
He did. I haven't been able to find much on it, to be honest. But
okay.
To be honest, I spent an hour in at the bus depot and the fella was very helpful. I'm trying to work out how I'm going to get any further, and for €27 I can't get anywhere, and I still have to eat. I am absolutely starving, and I have to think about where I'm going to put my head tonight.
Now, I know you had the promise of a bit of a meal somewhere in an Irish pub.
Well, that's exactly where I'm heading off to now to try and find it.
Okay.
And I believe it's about 20 minutes walk from where I am now.
I've just arrived in a train station in the city of Lyon, which is sort of the southeast of France, I believe. It's not far from the border of Switzerland. I'm now completely broke until 12 midnight. I'm in the city of Lyon on my own in a train station. But the good news is I've been informed by our very helpful FM104 listeners that there's an Irish bar in Lyon, and he's going to hook me up for the night. He's going to let me stay there, hopefully sleep for the night, and feed me as well, because as I said, I've nothing. In fact, this is actually quite funny. Well, it's not funny, but the toilets in the train station are charging 50 cents. I don't even have 50 cents to use the toilets.
Eventually found my way to Fatty's Irish Bar.
And at the moment you're getting grub, are you?
I've just been handed my dinner just 5 minutes ago. And in fact, standing here beside me is Niall, who's one of the barmen who contacted us. Now, Niall, firstly I want to say thanks very much for getting in touch with us today.
No problem.
No worries. No worries. And the dinner is savage.
I hope you're enjoying it.
I really am. And whereabouts? We're near the Rhine here, are we?
Yeah, about 200 metres away from the Rhine. Just in the centre of the town.
I've been telling you my dilemma about buses and whatnot.
Yeah.
You heard about us being here or coming here?
My sister was listening to the radio station this morning, and she sent me a text. I got in touch, and
fair play to you, and thanks very much.
No problem.
The food is
good to help you out, you know. Good German food, good for you.
Thanks very much indeed.
It's just coming up on 5:30 local time here in Lyon. I'm walking around the city centre in sweltering heat. I've half a bottle of water left and no money till midnight, and it's an awful pity I don't have any money, because there's lovely restaurants around here, and they even have their own Lewis here, which is white in colour, but it's the exact same as our Lewis. I'm looking for an Irish bar that I believe is called George Kelly's or George Murphy's, or all I've been told is that someone that listens to the show is working here, and it's on a street called Rue Saint George. Directions. This is the problem when you don't speak the language. Bonjour. Où est Rue Saint George? S'il vous plaît.
Rue Saint George, j'ai aucune idée, monsieur.
Rue Saint George?
Je sais pas où c'est.
Et vous cherchez quoi? Un hôtel, un truc?
A Irish pub. Bar. Irlandais?
Non.
No? Merci. Okay, this isn't going to be too successful. I'm looking for a street called Rue St George. I'm looking for an Irish bar, and they haven't got a clue.
They started in Dublin, but where will they end up? The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway continues.
And we should have Jeremy. How are you getting on? What's happening?
We've done some mileage between the two of us. And I mean, you know, I'm right down the southeast of France, and Adrian is, I don't even know where Adrian is at the moment, but basically it started off with me finding out that Adrian had left his passport somewhere, and this was like at 4 o'clock this morning, and I was like, you idiot, who, you know yourself, when you're going away on holidays, the thing you always check beforehand is, do you have your passport? But of course, no, Adrian didn't, so that was the drama then.
We have Adrian on the line as well. Hello, Adrian.
Hello there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
Where in the world are you? You're in Dusseldorf, are you still?
In Dusseldorf, and unfortunately, we got a great... I was way ahead of Jeremy because I got a great start. As soon as I got to Eindhoven Airport, I fairly quickly worked out how to get to the train station. Got to the train station and managed to get a train straight to Dusseldorf within an hour or so. Even Jeremy rang me and he said, slow down. So I made it to Dusseldorf, and the plan was to get to Dusseldorf, because it's in Germany, to get a bus to somewhere further.
That's pretty impressive. You flew into Holland and you got straight into Germany straight away. How far did you have to go?
I'd love to say it's impressive, but it's actually not overly impressive. It's only the guts of 100 miles.
Oh, right, okay, they're pretty close.
So anyway, the plan was to get to Dusseldorf and then get another bus. Get a bus, because first I took a train to here. But the problem is I arrived at the bus depot, and literally by 2 minutes, I actually saw it driving out, I missed a bus to Berlin by 3 minutes.
Right.
And there is no other bus until tomorrow morning. We're also asking the question, and I'm reading your responses as they're coming in, we're also asking the question, should I be allowed to carry over €12 from today's money till tomorrow? Having that extra €12 tomorrow will make a big difference in where I can get to.
Hello, Lisa, is it?
How are you doing? It's Lisa here. I think you should be allowed to carry over your few bob that you have left over. Or you're doing this for charity, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, well then maybe at the end of each day, whatever you've got left over goes back into the charity pool.
You see, here's the thing, Lisa. I know obviously Adrian is slightly different, but I didn't have a penny left over today, and I don't think I'm going to tomorrow. By the looks of things.
But that's fair enough. If you run out, you run out. But if you've got something left over, maybe FM104 might triple it or quadruple it and give it to charity as well. You know.
Okay, Simon, have you any sympathy for them?
Well, I do, and I don't, boys. I'd just like to say well done for your day's effort today, and much as they're doing, first off.
Thanks very much.
I mean, after all, it is the €50 a day challenge, you know, in regards to Adrian carrying over his 12.
So you say no?
I have somebody on the line might be able to help us out with that. It's a Dave. Hello, Dave.
Hi, Greg. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, it's the man that put us through.
It's that Dave, yeah.
Adrian wants to know if there's money left over. Come midnight, can he carry it over till the next day? Now, the majority of listeners have been texting in saying, yes, we should be able to carry it over, but I suppose not wanting to put you on the spot, but we are putting you on the spot. What are the rules as regards to that?
I suppose the rule was you had 50 quid a day, and that was it, you know. Spend it or lose it.
Really?
Yeah. Which money are we talking about? Like, you can't have that much, can you, Adrian?
I have €12 left. And people have been suggesting that I buy food for tomorrow. I've already done that. I've already bought food for tomorrow. So I have €12 left. And the difference it will make to me if I'm allowed to carry the €12 till tomorrow is I'll be able to hopefully get a little bit further and catch up in Jeremy.
Well, Dave, I have to say I don't have a problem with Adrian carrying over the money if he doesn't have a problem with me carrying over the money. So it's up to you to make the call.
Okay, look, carry it over, yeah, carry it over.
Okay, you're letting them carry it over then, yeah?
Anything to carry over.
Where exactly are you there?
Well, I'm in Dusseldorf and Jeremy's in Lyon in France.
All right. Okay.
Thanks very much, Dave. That really will make a difference.
You're listening to the best of the FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway. This is Adrian Kennedy with you, and as I said to you earlier on, at this moment I am outside the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Our runaway finished a couple of hours ago at 6 o'clock this evening. We're making our way home now. We're wrecked and tired, but it was all worth it as we raised a ton of cash for FM104's Help a Dublin Child for the ISPCC. Now, the journey continues after the break as I take the longest bus journey of my life. Keep it here. This is FM104's Phone Show.
Quick getaway needed? Park closer in DAA car parks. DublinAirport.com. The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway continues. The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway with DAA car parks. Park closer when you book at DublinAirport.com.
This is the best of the FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway. This is Adrian Kennedy with you tonight. Before the break, you heard Jeremy in France and me in Germany. Where to next? This is day 2. Get ready to hear Jeremy become the biggest whinge bag ever.
Day 2.
Yesterday morning around this time, it began. 24 hours into it now. Let's go to the phones and talk to Adrian Kennedy. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning.
Where are you?
I'm in Dusseldorf.
Right.
in Germany.
What's it like in Dusseldorf?
It's beautiful, actually. The weather's lovely. I have a change of plan today.
Okay.
Yesterday I had €12 out of my money left.
Yeah.
So our boss, Mr. Kelly, has allowed me to carry the €12 over, so I now have €62.
All right.
Here's the thing: I'm about to spend all my money.
On what?
On what?
On a longer bus journey.
Okay, and so where's the longer bus journey going to go to?
There's a bus around 1 o'clock, which goes to Warsaw in Poland.
Wow, Poland.
Here's the thing, though.
Here's the thing.
Hang on. 20-hour journey.
20 hours?
20 hours on a bus.
And there'll be nobody on the bus to talk to. They'll all be talking Polish, will they?
And German and what have you, yeah.
You're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy, are you?
Jeremy.
So I am looking at a 20-hour bus journey, but it's the only way I'm going to catch up time on Jeremy. That's why I've changed my plan.
Now, Jeremy's doing very well. We can go to Jeremy now. Good morning, Jeremy Dixon.
Here's the thing, lads. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Adrian sounds very Scorpio this morning, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
It's Jeremy. Where's my pajamas, Adrian Dixon?
I'll tell you about that in a minute, but go on.
I asked him, Jeremy, had he ran out of cigarettes, because that's what he sounded like. He said no.
Yeah, every time he gives them up for a couple of days, he turns into an antichrist. So,
where are you, Adrian? Where are you? Sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah, the good news for me, lads, and the bad news for Adrian is that I'm already on the road and I'm heading towards Geneva and then on into Italy. Oh. So I'm even further ahead of him now.
How did you manage that? What are you on?
Mark, there's an old expression: the early bird catches the
worm.
That's the one.
And the second mouse gets the cheese.
Exactly, and unfortunately, the only thing Adrian's going to be getting today is the cheese.
No, we bought ham. So, how are you getting to where? Jeremy, how are you getting to where you are? Are you in a car or what?
Yes, I'm in a car. Basically, what happened yesterday, the last time I was talking to you, remember, we got put in contact with this lovely guy, Richie, who owns a bar in Lyon, and he put me up for the night, and now he's driving me to, well, he just happened to be going into Italy anyway, so he said, why don't you come with me? So he's dropped me into Italy as well. So.
How do you know he's cool and he's not going to drive you off into the woods?
Sorry, Richard, the Strawberry Alarm Clock wants to know, how do I know that you're not a weirdo and that you're not going to hack me into loads of pieces and bury me in the woods?
Well, that's not what I was thinking.
What? We're safe, lads, we're safe.
Safe, okay.
Sounds like a possibility.
You'd win then, Adrian, wouldn't you?
Certainly would.
I hope you know his surname and everything and where he lives and everything, and you've passed on the details to us so we can, contact you if you go missing.
Well, isn't it gas? I was just saying yesterday that no matter where you go, you'll always meet someone who's Irish, and it just so happens that Richie actually, when he lived in Ireland, lived not too far away from where I lived. So, if you're ever lost, all you need to do is go to an Irish bar, and you're going to be.
As Stephen Wright says,
he's a lovely fella. Lads, last night I didn't have a room until just before we went on air last night. Still had nowhere to stay. All the hostels were booked out or were too expensive, and eventually I got an offer of a room from a guy called Max. I can't even pronounce his second name. He's German and had very little English, so the reason I might sound a bit rough is because I had a very difficult night's sleep. I slept about 4 hours.
Right. So
it was a bit.
You're relying on the kindness of strangers, the two of you.
Yes.
And this guy was a stranger.
German stranger.
Really?
No, I have to say, lads, things might be rosy for me at the moment, but by the time I get to Italy again, I'm sort of on my own again. So I will be looking for your help later on.
FM 104.
So how's the journey going on the bus?
Well, I'm finally on the move. That's the good thing.
Right.
We've just stopped in Duisburg, which is about 30-40 kilometres from where I started. I'm aiming to get to Warsaw. Well, the bus that I'm on is going to Warsaw.
Now, I did set you up with somebody that's going to provide you with a shower in Warsaw. Did you chase that up?
No, I've actually tried to ring him, but I couldn't get him. So I am going to chase that up, which is great because I'm going to arrive in Warsaw at midday tomorrow local time. So I'm already planning my next move after that. So I spent all of today's money on this bus, literally every penny I had today. But I have bread and mayonnaise and ham, and in fact I have a photograph of me making my sandwiches for the bus. So I literally can't afford to buy anything en route.
Do you have water?
I have water, yeah.
You have water, that's all right.
Actually, as I said, the reason I decided, and I know a lot of people were texting in earlier on saying I don't believe that man is getting on a 20-hour bus journey. I am. And the reason for that is because Jeremy got so far ahead of me in the last 48 hours or the last 24 hours that I have to make up the time. And as for those of you who weren't listening yesterday, I arrived here in Dusseldorf at about 3 o'clock and missed a bus to Berlin by 5 minutes. So that really messed up my plans altogether.
So you're on the move now anyway. How far into the journey?
I'm on the move.
How far into the journey are you?
Just about 40, 50 miles.
Right,
not too far, but it's a 1,200 kilometre journey.
1,200 kilometres.
So that's from Dublin to Cork, and back to Dublin, and back to Cork, and back to Dublin again. So just imagine that in 20 hours.
You really will deserve a holiday after this, you will.
I'll be absolutely stir crazy by the end of the day. And the driver hasn't a word of English as well. We arrive into Warsaw at midday tomorrow local time, so any help anybody can give me in Warsaw would be very much appreciated. Jeremy's been getting all the help so far. So.
Indeed he has. He got a bit of a lucky break there yesterday. I just managed to get him on the phone if he's still there. Jeremy, are you there?
Yeah, the reason you couldn't contact me is because I was going through a tunnel under the Alps for the last half an hour. Well, I'm actually, believe it or not, I've just arrived in Italy.
Oh, you're there now?
Yeah, this is basically a tunnel that it starts in France and goes right under the Alps, and when you come out the other side you're in Italy. So I am actually in Italy at the moment.
I saw that breathtaking picture now that you put up on the Facebook page. Absolutely fabulous.
Unbelievable.
It almost looks like a holiday for you.
I wouldn't say that now, but yeah, I have to say my heart goes out to you, Adrian. It sounds like you're getting the lousy end of the stick.
As he's trying to hold in the laugh there.
I can tell you it feels that way. If anything happens to this bus, I think I'll strangle the driver today, because if I don't make it to my destination, then you're going to win this thing. So
the good news for me is that because I'm getting a lift, I haven't spent any money yet today.
Well, I'm about to embark on a very long bus journey. I will be ahead of you. I will be ahead of you.
You sound like Andy Kenny there. I will be Taoiseach. I will be ahead of you.
Like I said, Andy, because I'm so far behind at this moment, I have to make up ground, and that's why I've had to go for this very long bus journey to try and make up the ground. So you'll be able to track my progress throughout the day on the website. So I will literally be moving all day.
Well, there you are. Adrian Kennedy has made a substantial investment of getting ahead of Jeremy there today. So Jeremy in Italy currently, Adrian looking for a place to have a shower and possibly stay in Warsaw when you eventually get there.
Tracking Adrian and Jeremy.
Well, I have the two lads on the phone.
How are you, Benji?
How are you?
Well, I'm not too bad. I literally, as we speak, I've just arrived in Venice, and I'm in the train station, as you can hear from the Italian voice in the background here. So literally, I've just arrived in Venice. Now the question is, where's Adrian?
Mr. Kennedy.
On a bus.
So tell us about this bus journey. I believe it's what, 20 hours long?
It is to be 20 hours long. At this moment, I'm between Essen and Dortmund in Germany, so I'm approaching Dortmund.
I think that puts me about 400 kilometres ahead of him at the moment, does it, Ben?
It does. Well, at the moment, you're at 1,838.77 kilometres. Venice, you're 1,615 kilometres. Now, Adrian, if you get to Warsaw, you're 1,838, which will put you in the lead. But obviously, Jeremy, you're trying to book a ticket at the moment to go somewhere, yeah?
Yeah, I'm at the train station at the moment, and I'm booking a ticket to Zagreb, which is going to cost me €40, which is perfect. I've already spent a tenner on lunch, so the €40 will get me to Zagreb in Croatia. It's leaving at half 9 tonight. It gets in Zagreb at 4:30 in the morning. Then I have the extra €50 as soon as it hits midnight, and I can stay on the train. Yeah.
As a matter of interest, how did you get to there? How much did it cost you to get to there?
To get to where?
To where
Venice.
you are now.
To Venice.
Yeah.
It didn't cost me a sweet cent to get to Venice.
So how did you manage to do that?
I got a lift from our friend Richie, who I stayed with last night, and he had to go to Italy on business, so he drove me as far as Venice. Originally, he was only driving me as far as Bologna, but then he decided to drive me as far as Venice. So literally, I've only spent €10 today on lunch, and I'm now in Venice in the train station.
Well, do you want to know some interesting news here, right? Adrian, when you get to Warsaw, that's you're going to be at 1,838 kilometres. And Jeremy, if you get to Zagreb, 1,839 kilometres. So literally a kilometre in it.
Oh, that's very good. But I think more exciting.
Yeah.
I think what I can do, and I'm literally going up to I'm on the queue for the ticket desk now. I think what I can do is that I can get a train as far as Zagreb, and then get a connecting train, which I'll be able to pay for after midnight when my €50 comes in. That will get me as far as Belgrade.
Okay.
So that will definitely put me ahead of Adrian, I'd imagine, by tomorrow morning.
I saw the photo of you last night on Facebook, sleeping on a kind of a makeshift bed with what looked like a towel over you.
It was a towel over me.
Yeah, I don't think the most comfortable of nights.
the fella, I'm away from Dusseldorf now, so I can speak about him. The fella who kindly gave me the room was very odd. Very, very odd. Never spoke a word. It just grunted at me at 6 o'clock this morning. I go to work. Let yourself out.
You're lucky you didn't have one of those. Have you ever seen the movie Hostel? One of those situations.
Well, it wasn't quite like that, but I was totally freaked out by this guy, I have to be honest, so I didn't sleep a wink.
Just one cornetto, give it to me. Sorry, I always wanted to sing that song when I'm in Venice, because that's where I am at the moment. I'm in St. Mark's Square, I think it's St. Mark's Square in Venice, surrounded by gondolas, and it's all very romantic, but not very romantic when you're on your own, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's where I am at the moment.
They started in Dublin, but where will they end up? The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway continues.
We have them on the phone line. We got Adrian, first of all. I believe you're kind of a little bit compromised. It's very quiet on the bus, Adrian. Is that right?
Well, at this very moment, I'm actually off the bus, right?
Great.
We're at a pit stop, so I don't know when I get back on the bus now. Honest to God, Greg, you'll see when I get back on. I'm just walking around the shop here. When I get back on the bus, you will see how quiet it is. All the televisions are gone off. It's pitch dark and nobody is speaking.
All right.
So I was on the phone 20 minutes ago. I also have the added problem that my phone is the battery in my phone is rapidly dying on me. So, but I was on the phone 20 minutes ago and I was stared out of it by two really Polish fellas sitting beside me. So,
all right, yeah, you don't want to go there.
It's a little bit intimidating, I have to be honest with you, and it's grand now because I'm walking around this shop, but it's a little bit intimidating because nobody is speaking English. And I've attempted to talk to people and nothing, absolutely nothing.
So you're the only person on the bus who speaks English, and you're on it for 20 hours?
I'm on it for 20 hours, yeah.
And where are you now, or do you know?
I'm between Hanover and Berlin. I can't tell you exactly where it is because it's one of those roadside stops in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And it's just one of those lay-by motorways places. And when I get back on the bus now, it's non-stop to Poznan in Poland.
So this is your last stop in Germany?
This is my last stop in Germany, yeah. And then it's right through the night until 4:45 in the morning your time, which is 5:45 here. And then I have to get off and change buses at 5:45 in the morning. And then the bus from Poznan goes all the way to Warsaw non-stop.
Right, and then you're in Warsaw. What time tomorrow?
I'll be in Warsaw at about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Jeremy, are you still with us, yeah?
I'm going to Slovenia now on the train through a absolutely terrifying lightning storm. I'm just after moving into the restaurant car, and I tell you what's so frustrating. I'm absolutely starving, Greg, and it's gone past 12 o'clock at my time, so the money has gone into my account, but I've no way of getting access to that €50 until I get off the train.
How long more have you got before your next stop?
Next stop is Zagreb, so we're talking probably another 4 hours.
He's right.
I'm so hungry. The only thing, I searched through my bag for any bit of food. The only bit of food I could find was a piece of chewing gum. So I've been chewing on a piece of chewing gum for the last 4 hours, just trying to keep myself sane. But I'm absolutely so hungry. It's not even funny.
All right.
Greg, I have to say, and I'm not saying the poor pauper here, but I have to say it's actually. It's almost unfair that I haven't eaten all day. I'm deadly serious. I don't think it's right, the fact that I haven't been able to get food since lunchtime today.
You should have organised yourself like I did.
And that's what I was going to say. I don't want to be harsh, Jeremy, but it's your own fault, isn't it?
No, but do you think it's right that I haven't eaten all day?
That's the challenge. You took the challenge.
I just say to you, Jeremy, yesterday evening I went to Lidl's. I spent €7 buying bread, ham and cheese, and I've been eating sandwiches all day. So €7 all it cost me, and it's spent.
Adrian, that is not the point I'm making. Okay, I screwed up a bit, but had I not bought this ticket, I would have been stuck in the last place. We have to move on. And I'm sorry if I'm coming across as irritable, but I've been travelling all day. I haven't slept all day, and I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock today. And you expect me to be all
you should force yourself, Jeremy.
What?
No, nothing.
No, Greg, it's not actually funny, and you're making a joke out of it. It's not. And Adrian, you can laugh all you want just because you've got your little shitty role in Aldi or wherever you got your role. But
Jeremy.
What?
Jeremy, wait. Pack it in. Give it up.
I'm on a bloody train in Slovenia. How can I pack it in?
There's nothing you can do about it.
You don't understand, Greg. Because you probably had a meal at 6 o'clock this evening.
I did.
Like most people did. Yes, you did. And like most of the people listening now had a meal at 6 o'clock. I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Greg.
Yes, Adrian.
I can't listen to him anymore. I can't even talk anymore because people are really starting to start. A man's just come over and grunted at me.
All right.
No, I'm sorry, Adrian. There should be a thing in place.
I'm going to have to go now, Greg, because the man's just come over and literally grunted.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
FM 104.
So that was day 2. The thoughts of that bus journey will give me nightmares for a long, long time to come, I can tell you. It just was something else. Now, we move on now to day 3 after the break. This is FM 104's Phone Show.
Quick getaway needed? Park closer in DAA car box. DublinAirport.com. The FM 104 Phone Show 104-hour runaway continues. The FM 104 Phone Show 104-hour runaway with DAA car parks. Park closer when you book at DublinAirport.com.
Welcome back. This is FM 104's Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy. It's the best of the phone show, 104-hour runaway. And I'm Adrian Kennedy, coming to you right now from within 400 metres of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, where today I was taken on a guided tour to see this extraordinary place that all of us know, and very few of us get to stand within metres of. We have posted videos up on YouTube, which you can check out right now, and we also have lots of photographs taken throughout the day here at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. And obviously Jeremy has photographs from during the week of his trip, including where he ended up today. We move on now to day 3.
Jeremy Dixon, are you there?
My location is, I've just boarded the train at Zagreb in Croatia.
In Croatia?
So, earlier on when I was on the phone show, I was...
whinging, we heard you.
Yeah, we'll come to that now in a second. I was in Slovenia, and now I'm in Croatia. I'm in the capital, Zagreb. I got my €50 allowance out of the ATM machine in the train station, so I was able to board this train, and I'm headed toward Budapest.
Oh, right, very good.
So that's where I am, and as you can hear in the background, that is the sound of a Bounty chocolate bar, which is the first thing I've eaten since 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, apparently there's a new film coming out, Jeremy. Do you want to hear the trailer?
Go on.
Coming soon to a cinema near you, a man on a journey who hasn't eaten all day. Starring Jeremy Dixon as the man who hasn't eaten all day.
Do you think it's right that I haven't eaten all day?
With tough statements.
That's the challenge. You took the challenge.
And lots of points.
No, but that's not the point, Greg. If I spent all the money on food, I wouldn't get anywhere. That's not the point.
Jeremy Dixon is the man who hasn't eaten all day.
What do you think of that, Jeremy?
Did I really sound that bad?
Jeremy, good morning.
Good morning, lads. I just want to say, and all joking aside, I'm not in the mood for having the mix taken out of me.
Okay, well, you picked the wrong show, so. The last night we heard Jeremy, and it's fair to say, Jeremy, you were cranky because you hadn't had your din-dins, and...
Well, no, Jim, it wasn't that I was cranky because I hadn't had my din-dins. It was cranky because I hadn't eaten in 10 or 11 hours.
Right.
And I had no money to buy anything, so I was justifiably cranky, and I still am a bit cranky because all I've had since then is a chocolate bar, because that's all I can get.
What's up with chocolate bar?
A Bounty bar, because that's all I can get on this godforsaken train. There's nothing to eat on this train. I want more money. It's unfair to ask somebody to survive on €50 a day, and I think you'd agree, Dave, that it's very wrong that
No, I wouldn't, Jeremy, no. When we put this together, Jeremy, we called it a challenge, not a holiday. I told you when you went, if you want to come home, forget about the challenge, that's fine. I'll have you on a plane tonight. I'll have you tucked up to your bed by 9 o'clock tonight. If that's what you want, that's fine.
Well, sorry, Davey, it's very easy for you to say that it's easy to survive on €50 a day when you're at home. You're not stuck on a train going across Europe.
Adrian's able to do it.
Well, now, Dave, I will say it's not easy to do it, but I have survived. Just stupid things like buying bread and ham and making sandwiches was how I survived. Yeah.
Adrian, sorry, I didn't have that luxury yesterday because if I hadn't bought this train ticket, I would have been stuck. I would have been stuck in the same place. This train is a kip of a train, Dave. There's no toilet roll in the jack.
Sorry, are you going to moan about the state of the train as well?
I thought the views of Italy were gorgeous.
Yeah.
No, all I'm saying is there's no toilet roll in any of the toilets in the train. I haven't been able to go to the toilet. I've been on this train for 12 hours. I swapped over to another train. This train is actually worse than the train beforehand. And I'm just saying, Dave, do you think it's fair that somebody should have to go for a whole day with only...
No, absolutely not. But seriously, Jeremy, if you can't handle it, I swear to God, I'll have you on a plane and home in your bed by 9.
You see, Dave, everybody's making out that this is me. That's the big killjoy. I'm not making it. I just want this thing to be fair. I just want to be able to eat. Like I'm arriving in Budapest.
Jeremy, you have €50 a day.
Jeremy, we're doing a thing on the show today, right? It's National Fish and Chip Day here in Ireland, right? And
I'm after saying to you, I don't want the piss taken out of me.
Bit of mayo. Somebody said that the nicest way to have your chips, bit of red sauce mixed with, and maybe in a slice of bread with the butter dripping down. You know.
Seriously, I will hang up the phone if Jim keeps on with that. I've told you I'm not in the mood. No more.
Hang on, Jeremy.
Promises, Dixon. Promises.
Jeremy, do you want to come home?
He's hung up. He's hung up.
He actually did it just before I was about to do it.
Is that not against the rules, Dave, that he hang up the phone? He has to take calls. Do you know what? I'm annoyed, Mark. What? I'm annoyed. Well, he hung up on us, Jeremy Dixon. That's not cool. And I'm going to ring him now. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Little phone call in to my good pal Jerry. It takes a while to
connect because it's Roman. Hang on a second.
Hello, is that Jeremy Dixon?
Yes.
Did you order a pizza for the train? You love like a double pepperoni?
Who's this?
Yummy in the tummy?
Piss off.
He's so grumpy.
We'll play this for you, Jeremy. For Jeremy Dixon.
Now I'm standing outside Warsaw train station, and I'm waiting now for two ladies to arrive to pick me up, and this has been organised by one of our listeners. Leo is his name, and I believe it's his sister that's picking us up and her friend Natalia.
Yes.
How are you?
Hi.
I'm Adrian. How are you? Thank you very much.
Hi.
How are you? Leo told you what we're doing. Did he? Did he explain to you what we're doing? We literally have 3 hours in Warsaw, so all we want is just a shower. Really.
Okay.
We've been on a bus for 20 hours since.
You have a train from here, or?
Yes, and I'll show you the ticket in a while. It's the central station, train to Kiev.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you can bring us just for a shower and then drop us to the train station.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Who contacted? It was Leo who contacted you. How did he explain what we were doing?
Well, first I didn't understand him, and then I just was surprised that someone is coming from his country, and I don't know, I was excited.
So this girl doesn't know FM104, doesn't know us from Adam, and has just picked us up at the bus depot. She's taking us for a shower and get cleaned up, and then I want to be dropped down to the train station because I want to suss out a train from here. So Natalia, thank you very much. So there you go.
Yeah.
So did he explain that we work for the radio station and
why are you doing this?
For charity, for this charity here,
Uh-huh.
the Irish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children.
Uh-huh.
It's a children's charity. So our listeners are donating money on our website as to encourage us along and to help us along, and on the radio, like I was there, we're on the radio every 2 or 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So the listeners are involved and they know Jeremy's in the lead or I'm in the lead, or it's good.
Now, without further ado, I better go and check on the Tasmanian Devil just to see how he's doing. Good morning, Mr. Dixon.
I thought you were talking about Adrian there for a second.
Right, well, listen, you sound in a hell of a lot better form than when I heard you the last time on with the boys this morning. What has happened between then and now?
Well, I got off that train. That train was a nightmare, Andy. It really was. I was on it for over 12 hours. There was no working toilet on the train. There was no toilet roll on the train. I don't know if the lads from the Strawberry are listening. I didn't think it was very, and this isn't me bitching again, but I didn't think it was very funny. Them putting up a photograph on the Facebook page of them eating bags of chips when there's me not eating for 12 hours.
FM 104.
Now I'm in the hostel, which very kindly put me up for just a couple of hours to get a shower and recharge my laptop and my phones. So I'm basically going to ask the receptionist in the hostel where I should visit while I'm in Budapest. And she also very kindly gave me the equivalent of €2 to buy a Magnum ice pop, which I'm eating right now. I'm looking for a train to Bucharest today, this evening. Is that possible? What time is it leaving at? 19:10 hours. And arriving in Bucharest at... Okay. And there's a change there. Okay, how much for the ticket? For one adult. Okay. Oh, that's a very good price. Is that direct? Direct, no change. No change, that's perfect. So I'm just waiting to hear a price on this. And then I'm on my way to Romania. Please God. €45 is the price of the train ticket to Bucharest, which is very good. Perfect. Okay. One way, please, for this evening. Do you accept euro? You do? Okay, perfect. That's great news for once. Looks like I'm going to Romania. And she takes euro as well, which is even better. Thank you. Okay, I'm just leaving the train station now, and the good news is I'm after getting a connecting train to Bucharest in Romania. I haven't even worked out how many hours this is going to take, but it's going to take a long time. But I've paid for the first ticket, and then I'll pay for the second ticket on my connecting train, which will be tomorrow. This leaves me now, but I'm just trying to work out how much money I have. I think I have about €7 to get something to eat. And all I can see here in Budapest is KFC, McDonald's and Burger King, which I don't particularly want, even though I'm very, very hungry. So, and I have to say the people so far in Budapest are extremely friendly, so I'm going to go and get some food for €7.
I have a fascinating story to tell our listeners on the phone show tonight of a guy who has arrived from Dublin to Warsaw and is sitting beside me right now on the train. He has flown all the way. This is a Dublin taxi driver who got on a plane in Dublin Airport this morning just to join me on this train trip.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm deadly serious. This guy contacted Declan this morning on the overnighter and told him he was planning to come over. And he literally went to Dublin Airport, spent a small fortune on an Aer Lingus flight to Warsaw, and we passed on my phone number. They passed on my phone number, and he met me at the train station.
And how far is he going to go with you?
He's going to Kiev.
God.
So I'll be. He's sitting here beside me. His name is Peter. Say hello, Peter.
How you doing?
There you go. Peter's from Warsaw, but he's working in Dublin, and we'll hear his whole story on the phone show tonight. So I'm only learning.
Can't wait to hear that
myself. And he has wanted for the last couple of weeks to do something mad. And
well, it definitely is hopping on a plane to Warsaw.
This is his something mad. He hopped on a plane this morning at 6 o'clock in Dublin Airport to Warsaw, and he's here sitting beside me on this train. Now, there is one advantage. He speaks Polish.
So you have a bit of a translator there.
I have a bit of a translator, yeah.
Happy days.
Here, Adrian. Adrian, did you ask him if he's well off?
Have you lots of money, Peter?
Yeah, well, not loads.
Not loads, but he's come. Well, you must have lots of money if you just hopped on a plane from Dublin this morning. How much did that plane cost you?
€289.
€289 just to come and hop on a train with me. This gets more bizarre by the day. And I have to say a big thanks to the girls in Warsaw, to Natalia, who in the space of 3 hours managed to show me all of the sights of Warsaw. I managed to have a shower in her apartment, and then she brought me right down to the train, to the platform, and put me on the train. So I'm very grateful to her for all her help. And literally, it was the quickest visit to a city I've ever had, because I'm now on my next train.
Which is going to Kiev, is it?
It's going to Kiev, yeah. Our first stop is Lublin, which is Dublin with an L.
All right.
That's our first stop. So I'm now on the move again. So literally 3 hours in Warsaw, and I'm on the move again.
And how long is this train journey going to take you?
16 hours.
16 hours? So you did 20 hours in a bus, 16 hours in a train. Good God.
They started in Dublin, but where will they end up?
You're listening to the FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway, the highlights of the week. This is Adrian Kennedy. Now, still to come, I moved from bus to train, and it probably one of the scariest experiences of my life.
Quick getaway needed? Park closer in DAA car parks. DublinAirport.com. The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway continues. The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway with DAA Car Parks. Park closer when you book at DublinAirport.com.
Welcome back. This is Adrian Kennedy on Dublin's FM104. This is the phone show with you tonight. I'm broadcasting right now from the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, within 400 metres of it. That beeping noise that you can hear in the background are Geiger counters which measure the radioactivity in this area. It's extraordinary. Anyway, the FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway Day 3 continues.
There is a little bit of a problem. we haven't been able to contact Adrian since, I don't know, about 8:30 tonight. We haven't been able to contact him. We are hoping to talk to him because he wanted to bring us Peter's story, etc. tonight. We're still trying to contact him. The last time we were in contact with him, Killian was talking to him a little bit earlier on. This is what happened.
You'll have to bear with me for 1 second because I'm in my carriage here and there's a soldier here in the carriage.
Are you serious?
Bear with me for 1 second. Hang on for 1 second. Yeah, hang on. There's my passport there. Sorry, hang on for 1 second, Killian. Okay, there you go. I'm afraid he's going to tell me to get off the phone, so hang on for 1 second. Okay.
So right now, you're in a carriage on a train in Eastern Europe with an army man checking your passport.
Yeah. So, just 1 second now.
Now, I don't know about you, but any time I'm around a situation like that, I start getting real paranoid.
I am. Okay. So, yeah,
half of me wants it to go well, half of me doesn't. I'm torn between myself.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, that's what Adrian was telling Killian a little bit earlier on, but we haven't been able to contact him since then. Hi, Jer, are you there?
I am, Greg. How are you? Jeez, I'm just after listening to that. I'm worried about Adrian now myself.
I'm worried myself. I don't know. The last time Killian was talking to him, there were cops on a train. They were looking for passports. They were all armed. And we haven't been able to contact him since. So I just do not know what's going on. And other girls are outside. They're trying to get in touch with him, but we don't have any. It could just be that he's in a bad signal area on the train. I just don't know. But we can't contact him at the moment anyway.
But somebody told me, someone in FM104 texted me there recently to say he's had his passports taken away and he's been taken off the train.
Right, I'd heard that. That I think he was saying that to Killian. I don't really know exactly what happened there because it seemed that everything was okay when he was talking to Killian, but then we can't get in touch with him. And like you say, somebody's saying that he's had his passport taken away. I just don't know what's going on. Adrian? No? I thought we had Adrian. Adrian? Hello, Adrian? Hello, Adrian.
1 second, Greg. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. There's something still going on there, right? We'll just leave him there in the background. We'll see what's happening in a minute. Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can. Are you all right, buddy?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, what's going on?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just about.
Is it a reception issue? Is that why we couldn't contact you, or were you having problems?
No. This has been the most bizarre 3 hours I've had on this entire trip since about 3 hours ago. We arrived at a train station called Dorohusk in Poland, and there were places surrounded with soldiers, and the soldiers got onto the train, and I couldn't understand why they were getting onto the train, and came the length and breadth of the train, and we're looking for passports, and that was grand. And then looked at my passport, and I thought that's fine.
Oh, sounds fairly normal.
And after, after they get off the train, I switched on my sat nav on my phone to discover where I was, and I was actually at on the Polish side of the Ukrainian border, which I hadn't expected to be until midnight.
Right, so you're there early.
That was fine, and I thought we were there very early. So the train then proceeded at a very slow pace, and I assumed we were crossing the border. And we obviously were crossing the border, and as soon as we got to the far side of the bridge, the train stopped again, and more soldiers got on. And this time, the soldiers, I can only describe them as looking like Soviet soldiers with that sort of uniform style and big huge hats.
Yeah, I know the ones you mean, yeah.
They proceeded to get on the train, and they came around and took my passport.
Sorry, Adrian. It's Jeremy here, Adrian. You let them take your passport off you.
How do you stop them, Jeremy? Soldiers with guns want your passport. You got to give it to them.
I know.
Gun on his over his shoulder.
Hello? No.
I think we've lost him again, have we?
I think so. You're gone, Adrian, yeah?
I know Adrian many years, as you do, yeah?
Yeah, we have lost him, yeah.
Greg.
He sounds distressed, doesn't he?
He does. I know Adrian years, as do you. I've never heard him like that. Adrian's not a person that gets jittery very easily.
No, he does sound rattled.
Listen, I mean, in all sincerity, if there's issues, we get onto Dave and get
him out of there.
Get him out of there. It is a challenge. It is for charity, but it's not worth that.
Okay, just 1 second. Just 1 second, Jeremy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to let the girls know that we've lost Adrian. If we can get him back, we'll. That's the first thing I'm going to say to him anyway, Jeremy, because that's the most important thing, safety, really, isn't it? We have him back, Jeremy. Adrian, are you there? All right, listen, just before you go into any detail or anything with us, I just want to ask you, are you safe?
Firstly, let me explain, I am okay. Because my girlfriend is ringing me, Linda, I'm okay. Dave, our boss, was ringing me, Dave, I'm okay. So just want to let you know that I have to explain what's after happened. I started to explain what happened, okay? We were stopped at the Polish side of the Ukrainian border. The train was boarded by soldiers with guns. They just looked at my passport and studied it for a while and walked off, and that was fine. And that took about a half an hour there. The train started to move again, and I assumed went over a steel bridge, so I assumed it was going over the border into Ukraine. And within another half a mile, the train stopped again. And this time it was boarded by more soldiers in completely different uniforms, resembling old Soviet-style soldiers. They boarded the train and proceeded to walk around the train, armed with very, very heavy machinery, and came to the cabin that I'm at, and passport. So I handed my passport, expecting the same thing again from to just look at it, and he just took my passport and walked away. And I stuck my head out to look to see where he was gone, and he was gone. I think he may have taken other people's passports, but I'm not sure. But anyhow, that was fine. Then the train started to move again, and I've no passport. And the train drove.
He still has your passport, and you. Sorry, Adrian. Sorry, I forgot about the delay.
And the train started moving again into a shed. And I'd absolutely. I explained earlier on to some of our listeners, and I'll go into the story. Sorry, this will be knocking on the door to tell me to be quiet. I have a Polish guy with me that I met today, and only for him I'd be absolutely lost. So what I've Greg, stop me now if I'm not making any sense.
No, go ahead.
The train then drove into a shed. The train drove into a shed and started to basically jump around on the tracks, okay? And a penny dropped in my head. Last night, if you recall, there was a caller on the show last night said something about railway tracks when you go into Ukraine. I don't know if you remember that call, Greg.
Right.
Okay, so what happens in this shed is they literally lift the train up off the ground. They take away the wheels of the train, and they slide new wheels under the train. It takes 2 hours to do all of this. So I thought this was extremely interesting, and I rolled down the window, stuck my head out the window and took a picture. And was immediately apprehended by one of the soldiers, who told me to put the camera away, no photographs. So that's the photograph. So I went and I sat back down again, and that's the photograph that I put up on Facebook about an hour and a half ago. And then I went back out again, and my phone rang, so I was on the phone again. The photograph was taken on my phone, so I'm on the phone again, and he came back in and he took the phone off me. I couldn't communicate with him. He just took the phone off me, turned around and walked away. So now I have no passport, no phone, and still hadn't a clue what was going on. At this stage, I'd worked out what they were doing was changing the...
Yeah, different gauge track or something.
Or changing the... Yes, and it's only from that call last night that I remember this. When you cross from Poland into the old Soviet Union, which is where we are now, the rail gauge is a different width. It's about, looks like 5 or 6 inches wider. So instead of changing it onto a new train, they changed the wheels on the train. So we're in this big warehouse, and I leaned out and I took a photograph, and he told me not to do it. He told me not to take a photograph. 10, 15, 20 minutes later, I was on a phone call because somebody rang me, and he saw me with the same device in my hand, and he came and took it off me. Where am I now? So that was about maybe an hour and a half ago, and so I'm still a bit shaken up from the whole thing, to be honest with you. When then the train started moving backwards again, and I've still no passport, and I've still no mobile phone at this stage. And it drove back towards Poland again, and then back towards the train station again, and it stopped. And then all the soldiers start walking up the train again, and the soldier gave me my passport back, and I said mobile phone. He didn't know what I was talking about. No, mobile phone, no. And I said to the man, I'm trying to communicate with this man. I was trying to explain to him, man took my mobile phone, and he said, which man? And I said, it wasn't the man in black overalls. And he called some fella, and somebody ran up the train and just threw the phone back at me. And that was 10 minutes ago.
And that was it.
And now the train has been moving for the last 5 minutes, and it's just stopped again. So
right, I have somebody.
I'm in a cabin. Sorry, I'm in a cabin, and I'm not having to move out of the cabin because the person next door is banging on the wall.
Right, okay. I have somebody on the line. I don't know whether this is going to work or not, Adrian, because of the delay, but let's see if we can get you some help from Natalie. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, they were just registering his details as he was crossing in. The crane isn't in Europe, like in the European thing. So they were just registering his details fully, which just to check that they're real, first of all.
I expected a passport check. I didn't expect the passport to be taken from me for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that does happen. Usually it's like quicker, but it just happened longer.
And would they normally take your phone and things off you as well, Natalie?
No, I just think that happened because he was communicating. They probably thought that something was going on between, especially that he doesn't speak the language as well.
What happened, Greg, was I obviously not knowing that there was an issue. I'm in a big warehouse, and I copped what was finally happening, that we were in the warehouse because they were changing the wheels on the train. So I leaned out the window and took a photograph. And the guy came running up to me, no photograph. And he asked me, he told me to delete the photograph, and I said I didn't take one. So, which I had taken one, but I said I didn't take one. And he walked away, and 20 minutes later he saw me on the phone, but it was the same device in my hand, and he came up and just grabbed it off me.
Right. And just let me clarify with you then, you are safe, the train is now moving again, and you're heading into Ukraine.
Well, the train was moving again, and now it's stopped again, so... but we're in the middle of nowhere, we're not at a station or anything now.
Christoph, hi, how are you?
Not too bad, yourself?
Good, thanks very much indeed. It says here that you reckon the further you go into the Ukraine, the more dangerous it gets.
I think the best way for you it will be, if you're going to decide, of course, but remember, safety first, if you decide to go towards the Black Sea, and you can end up in Turkey. And Turkey is some really nice and popular, European kurort destination, so it's going to be much, I think, safer than Ukraine.
Christoph, just let me ask you something, because this is the hard part. You got these guys coming on the train, they're asking for passports, they're armed and all, and it's probably perfectly normal, everyday routine, and the local people know this is what it's about, and it doesn't intimidate them in any way. But obviously for somebody foreign, they're not used to it, and it does feel intimidating. So what can Adrian look out for in Ukraine to know whether or not he is in trouble? Or in danger?
You have to most of the time, keep your passport with you all the time, and you have to be careful with the equipment, because people, they can see your equipment just like a laptop or a mobile phone, and they're going to have a strange looks as well, to grab. They can, even if you're on a train, you've got a couchette, they can spray some kind of a gas, sleeping gas, into your couchette just to...
Jesus Christ.
Just to steal those, This thing's happening, and soldiers or a policeman, if you're not going to pay them, they're going to inform, for example, somebody to do that.
There are lots of texts coming in from people like this one, Carl and Rahini. My advice to Adrian would be to turn back and get out of Ukraine. I know it's easier said than done. If that means losing the challenge, then so be it. His safety must come first. Let me go back to Adrian while we still have him, Jeremy. You're still with us, Adrian, yeah?
I am, yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking at the time now as well, and we got the issue with the signal, but I'm really intrigued about Peter.
Yes, I have to tell you this story because I don't want to get cut off again. I got a phone call early this morning from a fella called Peter, who was Polish, and he said he lives in Dublin. And he's been listening to our... he's a taxi driver at Dublin. He's been listening to our challenge all the way through the week. And he was looking for a challenge for himself. He's getting married in... when did he get married, Peter? August? He's getting married in August. And his wife doesn't want him going on a mad stag weekend. But she said, just do something mad instead. So he arrived home from work at 3 o'clock this morning and said, I've decided what mad thing I'm doing. And she said, what? He said, I'm going to the airport, and I'm going to Warsaw. And he left. Well, he explained to her on the phone why he was leaving. And he went straight to Dublin Airport and caught a flight at 6:30 this morning to Warsaw. Arrived in Warsaw and rang me out of the blue now. He had already been on to Deckburn this morning, and Deck tried to communicate the message to me. I didn't really understand what the message meant, that there's a fella coming over and wants to join you. And I met Peter at the train station in Warsaw, getting on this train 6 hours ago, and he asked, would I mind if he finished the challenge with me?
That is... It's brilliant. Wouldn't you love to have the balls to do that?
I would absolutely love to have the balls to do it. I really, really would. And this guy, Peter, he works for Global Taxis, which is the company that owns A2020 taxis. And I found out all this, by the way, on the journey up now. And he is my chaperone now.
Well, and how's it going? It can be very tricky when you meet people for the first time. How's that working out for you?
I have to say, and I'm not exaggerating, I've found talking to him for the last 6 hours absolutely inspiring. That's the word I would use, inspiring. He's only living in Ireland 5 years. Came over to Ireland with not a word of English and not a hope of a job. And this guy speaks fluent English 5 years later, and is driving a taxi for a living in Dublin, and is engaged to be married as well.
It is kind of inspiring, really, isn't it?
FM 104.
Oh, that was a really strange, scary, spooky experience, I have to tell you. But thankfully it all ended up okay. And on we continued. These are the best bits from the FM 104 phone show, 104 Hour Runaway. Now, after the break, get ready to hear Jeremy lose it like never before, and a rant from our boss, which had everyone talking. Keep it here. This is the FM 104 phone show.
The FM 104 phone show, 104 Hour Runaway with DAA Car Parks. Park closer when you book at dublinairport.com.
Welcome back. This is the best of the FM104 Phone Show, 104 Hour Runaway. It's Adrian Kennedy with you from within metres of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in northern Ukraine. Now, we're moving on to day 4, a day that packed in more drama than an episode of EastEnders.
Day 4.
Adrian.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. Okay.
So we found out earlier on, for anyone who's worried about Adrian, we found out that they got Adrian in the middle of the night and dangled his train.
Yes, that's not an exaggeration.
They took
6 foot up in the
They
air.
took the train off the wheels, put different wheels on it, and you got your passport and phone taken off you for taking pictures and chatting on your phone.
We're taking pictures in this warehouse where they changed the wheels on the train. Yeah. So I'm outside the train station in Kiev now. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've just Peter has just taken a photograph of me on the phone to you right now, which I'll send over to you in a while. And there's you can't really see. You probably won't see them in the picture, but outside the train station, outside McDonald's, walking around, it's bloody soldiers everywhere.
Jeremy is 200 kilometres ahead of you at the moment.
Oh, is he?
They're thereabouts, yeah. We worked out
Where is he now?
we worked out the distance on Google Maps. He's in Romania in a place called Barsalia, is it, or something?
He's in just the top left of Romania, and he's not too sure where he's at. He's thinking of heading to Bucharest. Somebody says, "Hi guys, I suggest Adrian should go to Moldova next, and then meet Jeremy in Romania."
It kind of defeats the purpose that we end up together, doesn't it?
Isn't immediately.
If it gets to 6 o'clock on Friday and you're both side by side, you'll just have to start running away from Dublin. Whoever gets the furthest by 6 o'clock, it'll just turn into an actual foot race. So, are you saying you'd be too nervous to hitch now at this stage?
Oh, absolutely. There's not a chance, and I'm sure Dave, our boss, wouldn't allow me because even the taxis look intimidating. So I don't fancy the idea of trying to hitch a lift.
Okay, I'm now here in Bucharest after a very long train journey. Maybe 15 hours. And through the phone show last night and through a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, I managed to hook up with somebody who lives in Bucharest, which is of course the capital of Romania. And the one thing that's surprised me and shocked me and made me feel so great about this whole trip is the generosity of people. And Eugene, who is from Bucharest, has invited me into his home, which is where I am now. He gave me a pint of beer and said welcome to my home, which was a lovely gesture, and gave me basically the whole use of his house to have a shower, to freshen up or whatever, which when you think about it is absolutely amazing that you'd let somebody into your home that you've never met before from a completely different part of the world. However, he does, like everybody else in the world, he does have Irish connections, and he loves Guinness, and he's also been to Dublin, I believe, on a holiday, and he's going to teach me you're going to teach me some Romanian. Are you to speak the language?
Yes.
Some words, okay.
For a good day.
For a good day, yeah.
You speak Bună ziua.
Bună ziua.
Bună ziua.
Bună ziua.
Okay.
Bună ziua.
For thank you.
Thank you.
Mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc, thank you. Mulțumesc, thank you.
Yeah. But goodbye.
Goodbye.
La revedere.
La re.
De. Re.
La revedere.
Okay.
La revedere.
It's very good.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
La revedere. Thank you.
Mulțumesc.
Mulțumesc. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to visit the Parliament. I'm going to visit the Parliament.
Yes.
The People's Parliament.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go here on taxi.
Taxi, okay.
I talk to driver.
Okay, you talk to the driver.
Yeah.
For me.
I pay you my driver.
Okay, well I'll get money. What's the currency called again here in Bucharest? The currency? The name of the money, not euro.
Lei.
Lei. Okay. Line. Okay,
Lei.
line.
Lei.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll get money changed.
Yeah.
And we'll pay the taxi driver.
FM 104.
Adrian, how are you?
I'm stuck. Right, here's my problem. My train from the Ukrainian border to Kiev cost me €24. Okay, that leaves me it cost me €26, which leaves me 24, and I spent 4 on food when I got here because there was no food cart on the train, so I had to eat as soon as I got here. And I've just gotten off a bus which I thought was bringing me to the central bus station, and it hasn't. It's dropped me out in the middle of nowhere. So now I'm waiting on the opposite side of the road to try and get the same bus back to where I started, to try and get to the central bus station. But my problem is I have €20, which is 220 Hrvatskis or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called here. And I don't know where 220 Hrvatskis is going to take me. I have to think ahead for the day, okay? Mm-hmm. My big worry is with only €20. Now, I know the money goes an awful lot further here than it does at home. My big worry is if I go, let's say, €10 worth of a journey further east, can I get somewhere to stay when I get there on a tenner? Because, as you know, we've been explaining this all week, we get €50 put into our special bank account at midnight. Midnight in Ireland is 2 a.m. here. So I have to wait until 2 o'clock tomorrow morning to get my next €50, my last €50 actually for tomorrow.
And that 2 hours is obviously lingering heavy on your mind now at this stage as well.
It is, yes. Yeah. So do I end up in a small little town in the middle of nowhere with absolutely no money left and not have any money until 2 o'clock in the morning? So I'm really getting a bit panicky, to be honest.
Jeremy Dixon seems to be getting sorted with some transport there, is that right?
Yeah, and I have to say it's so much better. As I said, I was hooked up with this guy Eugene, who lives in Bucharest, but he has family in Ireland, and he's after going in with me. He needed money changed as well, so we said we go in together because he didn't want to see me getting ripped off. Because you know when you're in a foreign country, and you know what, Andy, that's what's after touching me more than anything else for this whole trip is the generosity of people who don't know you from Adam and who are just willing to put you up. Like I wouldn't put somebody up in my house that I'd never met. Yet these people all along the trip are willing to go that extra mile and even pay money for a taxi for me to go to the Parliament buildings, which is where I'm on my way to now to take a few photographs. But I would say about the equivalent of €16 to do me till midnight. Now the good news about that is I'm 2 hours ahead, so our money goes into our account at whatever time zone we're in. So at 10 o'clock your time,
it doesn't. Jeremy, our money doesn't go in until 2 o'clock in the morning. This is what I was trying to explain earlier on.
No, you're wrong, Adrian. It does.
Midnight in Ireland is 2 o'clock here.
Well, we'll have to find out that for definite anyway. There seems to be a bit of a mix-up there.
I think it did the other night. I can't be certain now, but I think it did the other night.
You trust me on this, you won't get money. Our money goes into our account at midnight Irish time, which is 2 o'clock in the morning here. We're 2 hours ahead, not 2 hours behind.
Yes, I know, but then we're going to have to... Andy, can you sort out talking to Dave or whatever the next time we talk to you, because I'm counting on this money going through.
Well, actually, I was just speaking now. The man's just come into the studio there. He's gone off to grab a pair of headphones now, so he might have some information on that now for us.
My understanding is that well, it has been. I can tell you that all week.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
It all happens on Irish time, lads, so it's midnight tonight.
Well, no, Dave, that's not acceptable, to be honest with you.
Why is that?
Because I was led.
Jeremy, you're not moaning again. Please don't say you're moaning again. You read the rules before you left, Jeremy. It's a challenge.
No, Jeremy, I'm working out my day based on the fact that I assume it's not going in until 2 o'clock in the morning local time here.
Well, is it possible then to cut them a bit of slack and let it go in at midnight their time?
Well, it's actually all set up with the banks here, lads. It's set up with the banks here. It just goes automatically at midnight Irish time.
Dave, I was never told that.
They're the rules. They're the rules, lads.
No, Dave, sorry, just excuse me 1 second, because there's a lot counting on this from my point of view, because I need this money. I need this money at 12 o'clock my time. I'm now 2 hours ahead of Irish time. Yeah. We were told originally in the rules that the money went in at 12 o'clock. That was never specified that it was 12 o'clock Irish time. So as far as I'm concerned...
Jeremy, I have what we discussed at the meeting. It's 12 o'clock Irish time. Sorry.
No, Dave.
Sorry,
Dave,
end of.
Dave, you're wrong.
Jeremy, look. And I've been... Jeremy, that's the rule. That's it.
Sorry. I've been trying to plan my day all day around my €20 and...
Adrian, sorry. Somebody in New York doesn't go by Irish time. You go by the time of the place you're in. Now, I'm sorry, Dave, but
lads, Jeremy, you're not going to do yourself any favours with the listeners with this now. Listen, I'm just going to cut it, okay? We're going to have to discuss this off air.
Jeremy, it is 12 o'clock Irish time. That's the end of it, Jeremy.
It's completely unfair.
Okay, right. Whether it's unfair or not, it's 12 o'clock Irish time.
And that's the end of that, Dave, yeah? You're going to stick with that?
It's all set up with the banks. I can't do anything about it.
I know.
He knows the rules. He's trying to bend every rule in the book.
Okay, well, I'm just packing my bag now. I'm going to be leaving I'm going to be leaving Eugene's house in Bucharest, and I'm heading down to the train station to see what I can get, because I can't afford to wait around any longer. This race is over tomorrow at 6 o'clock and I need to get going, so I'm packing my bags as I speak to you, and I'm getting back down to the train station, and Eugene is kindly paying for the taxi for me again, which is great. In fact, there he is booking the taxi in the background now for me. Now, see, the problem is that I thought the money was going to go through to the account at 12 o'clock local time. I've been told by our boss that's not the case now, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get very far on the money that I have left, because my €50 daily allowance isn't going into the account until 2 o'clock now. I'm in Romania, of course. It's 2 hours ahead of Dublin, so the money isn't going to go into my account here until 2 a.m, which is really, really, really screwing me up. But without Eugene here, my new Romanian friend, I'd be completely lost. Well, I'm just waiting for the taxi, which Eugene has ordered for me to go to the train station. I don't know where I'm going because I don't know how much it's going to cost me. But I just want to say, Eugene, thank you very much.
Mulțumesc foarte mult.
Say it again. Mucho.
Gracias muchos.
Gracias.
Mulțumesc foarte mult.
Oh.
Muchas gracias.
Or muchas gracias.
In Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah. But in Romanian?
Mulțumesc.
Foarte mult. Thank you very much for putting me in your house.
Thank you very much. It's okay.
You are a gentleman. Yeah. Is this our taxi? No, thank you so much, Eugene.
It's my pleasure, because I come to Dublin and
yes. And when you come to Dublin, I'll get you a taxi. For cheap, hopefully.
FM 104.
Okay, I've worked out. I'm on my way to the train station now, and the guy that I was staying with is actually an ex-taxi driver, and he's after giving me a taxi for free through a mate of his to the bus station. So I'm on my way to the train station. I'm on my way to the train station now to go somewhere. I'm not even going to say where it is at the moment yet.
Sorry, can I just interrupt you there for a second, Jeremy? Lauren, is Dave around there, is he? Would you mind fetching him for me? Thanks. I'm going to see if I can get Dave in here. I was looking for him a while ago to bring him in and take him the task over this.
Here's the problem. I've nowhere to sleep tonight. Literally nowhere. After I get on this train, I'm going to be dropped off in the middle of nowhere, and I've nowhere to stay. And Dave, with all due respect, I know he's my boss, but he's playing silly buggers over a 2-hour thing. Now,
so you need the cash for a hostel, in other words, yeah?
I need the cash to put my head down somewhere.
Right.
Now, originally, what was said was in the rules was that at 12 o'clock, you would have the money in your account. That was never specified, Dublin time or whatever.
Right, well, before this continues, will you calm down? I can see you're in a fouler there.
Jeremy.
Dave is in the studio with me now.
Jeremy, how are you? So I'm just in a sort of a fairly important meeting there. What is up now? Please don't tell me you're going to whinge at me again. Please don't tell me this.
Sorry, Dave, I didn't ask you to be taken out of the meeting. I never asked.
Sorry, Lauren came to me and said that Jeremy wants to talk to you. What's up?
Well, I do want to talk to you.
Jeremy, I just wanted to get this sorted here and now, so that's why I called Dave out of the meeting. If you want to blame anybody, blame
Jeremy,
me.
What part of the last conversation did you not understand? You cannot get the money until 12 o'clock Irish time. It's locked into a bank. It's the bank.
With all due respect, you're moving the goalposts to suit yourself.
I'm not moving the goalposts. How well Adrian Kennedy knows exactly what the goalposts are. You have just been whinging since you went away, Jeremy. You're a whinger.
That's not the case at all, Dave. That's not the case at all. And what I don't know if it's you or if Medessa by somebody is trying to make me out to be this whingy, difficult person when it's not. If anything, Dave, I'm had to put myself through a hell of a lot this week, and all I'm asking for is a bit of leniency.
Jeremy, you agreed to you signed up for this challenge. You know the rules. You read the rule book, and now you're trying to change it. You tried to change it the other night, getting money, and now you want. Now, hang on a second. What's the big deal about a couple of quid in 2 hours? What are you missing out on? Like, is it a Mars bar or something you want to buy? Like, seriously.
See, there you go. No, there's no talking to you because you're being aggressive towards me.
No, but you're being whingy. Everyone on text is saying you're a whinger, Jeremy, and you're just whinging all the time.
This is not whinging. All I'm looking for is 2 hours of grace.
No, but hang on. Do you not understand the banks can't do it. We've signed up to the bank that they release at 12 o'clock Irish time every time.
No. That's bull.
No, it's not bull. And I'm sick and tired of you. Look, Jeremy, I'll tell you what. Why don't you seriously forget about this challenge? I'm sick to the back teeth. No, listen to me. I'm sick to the back teeth of you and your antics and your whinging. And do you know what? Why don't you just forget about it? Seriously, forget about it, and forget about coming in on Monday even. Forget about coming in for the rest of the week. Seriously, Jeremy, you're... Oh, jeez. Go on.
So what are you... Hello?
He's just in the process of walking out of the studio and smashing up the place on his way out there, by the way. The seat has gone down to the ground, I think.
What is that man's issue?
Look, you know yourself, there's no point talking to him when he's like this. How many years have been working with this company?
Andy, all I'm looking for is a bit of leniency. What's he talking about? Don't come in. But
look, I agree with you. You know, I mean, it's just 2 hours, but, you know, there's no point talking to him when he's like that. He's just walked out now.
He is trying to claim that he can't warn me €50 before midnight. I do not believe that. I do not believe that. And the fact that he's after walking out on me in the middle of a conversation shows how little respect he has, to be honest. And what did he say? Don't come in on Monday or whatever?
Something like that. Don't come in for the rest of the week now.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Now?
Are you going to abandon this now, or are you going to continue with it?
No, I won't abandon it because that's what he wants me to. Well, that's what it seems like he wants to do. So I'll show him.
So you're going to continue then?
Yeah, I will, just to spite him, if anything. Well, not just to spite him. It's for charity, Andy, as well. And as you know, I have no problem doing it. I put myself through hell before for charity, and I've no problem doing it now for the ISPCC.
FM 104.
This is the best of the FM 104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway. After the break, it's the final countdown. Who will win? Find out next.
Quick getaway needed? Park closer in DAA car box. DublinAirport.com. The FM 104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway continues. The FM 104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway with DAA car parks. Park closer when you book at DublinAirport.com.
This is Adrian Kennedy, and you're listening to the best of the FM 104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway. And now we bring you the final few hours. Only a couple of hours ago, we'll find out who won the race, but not before I stop off in the location that I am right now.
Day 5.
It's day 5 now, and the waves crashing in the background against the rocks is the sound of the Black Sea hitting the coast of Romania, which is where I am at the moment.
What's the highlight so far, Jeremy?
The highlight so far, well, this has to be one of the highlights, me standing at the Black Sea, because it's just absolutely gorgeous. I have to be honest with you, Jim, there's been more lowlights than highlights, if you know what I mean.
Well, what would be the number one lowlight?
Well, it was something that was actually blown out of proportion, and I just want to address it very quickly. Yesterday on the show with myself and the boss Dave, and you both you lads know that myself and Dave have a sort of a love-hate relationship, but we have the banter between us, and I think people were texting me, friends were texting me saying, "Have you a job when you go back to Dublin?" And I was like, "Of course I do. That's just I texted Dave straight after that row we had, and I called him a PR. Well, you know the rest anyway.
Program director.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's the kind of, and yes, he was annoyed. You could hear it in his voice.
He was furious with you, yeah.
But the whole thing, don't come into work. I'm sure Dave has said that to me so many times. I just laugh it off now. You know.
Yeah, most Fridays he'd say that to you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that was sort of more or less taken out of context and blown out of proportion. But yeah, I have been a bit of a grumpy gist the last couple of days. But sure, who wouldn't be living out of a rucksack? And I have to be honest with you, lads, and this is, I hope nobody's having their breakfast at this hour of the morning, but I've been wearing the same jocks and the same socks now for 2 days. So
I was going to say, when you said dipping your toe in the Black Sea, I can imagine the smell.
Yeah, the Black Sea has now been designated a no-go area.
It's now the Dead Sea.
I'm standing here in Independence Square in Kiev, and it's bizarre. It's 5 to 9 in the morning, and there's rehearsals for some concert going on in the background. And I'm here with Sergei. Sergei, good morning or good evening to you. Or good morning to you.
Yeah, it's good morning.
And thank you very much for allowing FM 104 to come on this trip with you. And since when has it been possible for people to visit Chernobyl?
People, like ordinary people, could start visit Chernobyl in 1999.
Okay.
Before that, there was only like experts and media.
Okay, so and these trips have become very popular with people.
I'll say very popular, I can't say, but it's popular among some people, you know.
Now, I'm with Yuri, who's my guide here today on our visit to Chernobyl and the derelict town of Pripyat. Firstly, thank you very much. Your tour has been very informative. I've learned an awful lot. They decided to abandon the town because it was too unsafe to live in, or because the workers that still work in the nuclear power plant now live 50 kilometres away. So, what was the final? What made that final decision?
Well, the final decision was because this place was seriously contaminated. So today we'll measure the levels of radiation.
You have a machine in your pocket?
Well, and so, yes, sure, it's always with me when I walk. So now we are standing inside of the building. So it's normal. It's 18 microrangens per hour, so for example, 0.19 microsieverts. If we will go outdoors, we will measure 10 times more than now. As for inside of buildings, the levels of radiation seems to be normal, because if windows were closed, where the dust didn't penetrate in, that's okay. But if we'll go outside, sure, we'll measure 10 times more.
And just finally, the power plant itself, I know there's an international project has been going on, which partly involves Ireland. Ireland has contributed some funding to it. What exactly is that to do? Is that to entomb the nuclear power plant?
Well, the main task of this international project is shelter implementation plan to construct the new confinement of the existing object shelter. But it should be this system should integrate some possibilities mechanism to dismount critical points of that, which are not stable now. And what's the future? The terms of confinement should be 100 years, and after that, it would be necessary to solve this problem again.
We managed to track Jeremy, and he's on the phone with us now. Jeremy, how are you, sir?
I'm now on the train, so that's good. And I'm heading towards a place, and forgive my pronunciation, but I'm heading towards a place called Mongania in Romania, which will take me even further away from Dublin, hopefully, than where I was in Constanza. So that's where I'm on. I'm on a train at the moment. It's literally only pulled out of the station about 10 minutes ago. So,
of course, this is wrapping up 6 o'clock Irish time. Are you still 2 hours ahead where you are?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm still it's half. It's 20 to 5 here.
Right.
So what I will do is when I know it's getting towards 6 o'clock, I'll just get off at the stop before 6, and that's where I'll be.
Well, listen, I tell you, I just mentioned there a few minutes ago before we came on, a little lad called Adam Dunn O'Farrell from Lucan. He's 6 years of age, just dropped a fiver in for the 104 Get Runaway Challenge. So there you go. The generosity is continuing.
Yeah, it really is. It's great. It's great to hear stories like this, and it makes the hardship a lot more bearable. But I promised I wouldn't moan today. Today's the last day, and even though this trip has had its ups and downs, I'm actually going to miss it, I have to say. Now that I know it's almost coming to an end, I'm going to miss the trains. I'm going to miss the buses. I'm going to miss the cars. I'm going to miss the early mornings. It's just I'm sad it's coming to an end now, but sure.
Adrian, are you there?
I am here.
Good to hear you, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. This has been an absolutely extraordinary day, Andy, being given a tour around obviously not inside the nuclear power plant because it's so highly contaminated. Being given a tour around the whole surroundings of Chernobyl. It's one of the most infamous, I suppose is the best word to use, places in the world. For all the wrong reasons, unfortunately, and it's just such a peculiar and bizarre place. And what I've done this afternoon is I've been filming bits around the whole of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Of a couple of places still to visit, and that'll be up on YouTube later on this evening, so people can actually see my tour around where I've been today. We still have another 2 hours to go. We've still to go and see the town of Pripyat, which is, in fact, I'm just standing at the sign going into Pripyat, which is the ghost town I talked about earlier on. This was evacuated of all the 50,000 residents. So you can imagine a place the size of Swords just being completely evacuated, and the possessions of people that lived here are still there. So I'm really looking forward to this bit of the tour. So it's just been fabulous, and I'm glad I decided to end 104-hour challenge here in Chernobyl.
Adrian, when I was talking to you there earlier, you said at that stage that you didn't really care about winning. It was the experience that you've had today that has made the trip for you. Do you still feel that way?
More so than I did having been here, because I was very fortunate to have visited the World Trade Center only a couple of months, and actually went on the roof of the World Trade Center a couple of months before 9/11. And this is once in a lifetime experience. And another one of the reasons that I decided to come here is to remind people about the Chernobyl nuclear accident, to remind people that we still have 25 years later charities like the Chernobyl Children's Project bringing kids to Ireland who are still being affected to this day from what happened at this site that I'm at today. So I'm even happier that I decided to end the 104-hour challenge here today.
And Jeremy, you're as intent as ever on winning this thing. How confident are you now at this stage?
Well, put it this way, I'm so determined to win that I left a lovely place where I could have sat by the beach for the whole day to get on another bloody train to get even further away from Dublin. That's how determined I am. This just came in, Jeremy. If you win, the people in Brady's Pub, Castleknock, are obviously supporting you, because if you win, they will donate €1,000 to the ISPCC and FM104's Help a Dublin Child. Wow.
So there's an extra incentive for you to win. Now, Adrian, that doesn't mean that you should stop trying, because this is a race after all. There can only be one winner.
As I said, I did travel a fair mileage today, so we'll just have to wait until 6 o'clock to see what our official adjudicator says.
They've been going non-stop since Monday morning. They've travelled thousands of miles. The mission, to get as far away from Dublin as possible. Adrian Kennedy versus Jeremy Dixon. The FM104 Phone Show. 104-hour runaway.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Very well.
Dave, how are you?
Very good, very good. I think all of Dublin. I think all of Dublin are actually tuned into this. This has certainly captured the imagination of the city. And we've a full studio here. Hello, everyone. So,
oh my God,
this is a little bit like X Factor, you know, bum bum and all that, and who's in, who's feeling.
I have to say, Dave, it's like getting my leaving cert results all over again, and it's been a while since I got those.
Can I just let you know I'm still running, so just stop me when I'm finished.
Okay, well listen, who's feeling confident? Adrian, are you confident you've won this?
I'd like to think so, but. No, I'm not overly confident. Let's say, put it that way. But I said this last night on the phone show, Dave. I had a decision to make yesterday from Kiev about where to go, and I chose to go a location that perhaps wasn't as far as I could have gone. Mm-hmm. But to tour the Chernobyl nuclear plant today was just extraordinary. It was the most magical experience I've ever had, for all the wrong reasons, I suppose. But I'll have photographs up on the website within an hour. I'll have photographs up on Facebook within an hour. Just and later on this evening, I'll have a video that I recorded in Chernobyl, which is where I've ended up. Right now, at this very second, I am standing at the checkpoint just outside the 30-kilometre exclusion zone for Chernobyl. I'm at the checkpoint. And in fact, hang on for 1 second. I'm just going to get a photograph. I'm going to get a photograph in a second just to verify where I am.
Okay, well, you're taking a photograph. That's not great for radio, Adrian. We'll go to Jeremy. Well, how are you, Jer?
Dave, as you know, I had a bit of train trouble. I was on my way from Constanza back to Bucharest. The train had issues with air conditioning. The train stopped halfway. I didn't have a clue what was going on because I didn't speak the language. We all ended up having to get off the train, and we were sent back to Constanza. So this might make Adrian feel a bit better. I'm now back where I started from earlier on today. I'm back in Constanza.
Where you were last night?
Okay, great stuff. Adrian Kennedy, I have to ask you the all-important question. Adrian, the all-important question. Where are you right now?
I am standing at the checkpoint of the 19-kilometre exclusion zone around Chernobyl.
Okay, and we're going to put that into our computer and find out, as the crow flies, how far you have ran from Dublin. Jeremy Dixon, where are you?
Thanks, Jeremy. Best luck to you too.
Jeremy, where are you?
I'm Constanza on the east coast of Romania, where the coast of Romania touches the Black Sea.
Okay, hang on just 1 sec.
Best of luck, Adrian. May the best man win.
You too.
Adrian Kennedy, I can tell you that you have travelled 2,653 kilometres.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Jeremy Dixon.
Yes, Dave.
2,717.
Get in there! Get in there!
Jeremy Dixon is the winner!
Yes!
That's a difference of 64 kilometres, guys. It all came down to 64 kilometres. However,
wow.
Jeremy, and I know, you thought that I was on Adrian's side for a long time. I am deducting Adrian Kennedy 100 kilometres.
Oh, for what?
Oh.
The reason you flew to Eindhoven, Jeremy, you went to Paris. Eindhoven is 100 kilometres further. So, it doesn't make much sense, but it's 164 kilometres, so there's no question about it.
I lost anyway. Can I just say, Dave, that well done, Jeremy. Congratulations. But I just want to say
thanks very much. Oh my God, I feel great.
By the way, guys, I just have to say that Conor O'Neill from Brady's pub and restaurant in Castleknock, because Jeremy has won the challenge, has given another €1,000 into the FM104 Help a Dublin Child ISPCC fund. Well done, guys. Well done.
Amazing. As I said a couple of minutes ago, I had a choice. I'm not saying I could have beaten Jeremy. I would have given it a good shot today, only for I chose to go to a place that was slightly closer to Kiev than I could have gone. But to visit that nuclear site today was just an extraordinary experience. So,
and look, guys, you have loads and loads of people to thank, I presume.
We do.
Can I go first, Adrian? I just have a list in front of me there. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody's been great, and I couldn't have done this without the help of Johnny Walsh's pub and Leon, of course, who put me up, and Richie, who owns the pub, Gareth Kenny, who put me in contact with him, Ian Mackey, who helped me with trains and stuff like that, Lisa in Paris, who offered me food and bed, Eugene and his daughters Laura and Oriana in Romania, who helped me, the hostel in Romania that put me up, all the listeners, especially all the listeners who kept me going, and I did have my tough times the last week, as you know. I had ups and downs, but thanks to all the listeners that kept me going on Facebook and on the FM104 website.
Okay,
of course, for sponsoring. And finally, Pat, Jenny, Michelle and Greg back at base, who did a great job in keeping everything together. Thank you very much. And of course you, Dave, as well.
Oh, of course, and I'd like to thank you, Jeremy, for making my life hell, but there you go. We're friends, come on.
Okay, can I just thank a few people as well? We started in Dusseldorf, and I want to thank Fatty's Irish Bar for feeding me. I want to thank Max for putting me up for the night. And when I got to Warsaw, I want to thank Natalia, who gave us a whistle-stop tour around Warsaw and allowed me to have a shower and so on. And then I also want to thank Peter.
Oh yeah, Peter, the mystery man, yeah.
This is the taxi driver from Dublin who arrived out of nowhere into Warsaw and asked, do you mind if I come with you?
Good man.
And he has come with me. He's not actually with me today because he couldn't go on the Chernobyl trip.
Time is not our friend, Adrian. Time is not our friend.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Listen, guys, just want to say thank you to the both of you for taking that challenge. You've been wonderful. It's been a brilliant piece of radio here in Dublin. We'd like to thank the Star as well for publishing your blogs every day. Well done, guys. Well done.
Hooray! So there you go. That has been the end of the FM104 104-hour challenge. And I want to thank all of you for taking part in it, for helping us along the route, and more importantly for donating to the ISPCC, because this week has been all about that, raising funds for the ISPCC. You now know who won the race. Oh well, I didn't. But I got to visit somewhere I've always wanted to visit, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. I'll say good night to you. I'm Adrian Kennedy. For me and all the crew here, good night. We'll see you live in Dublin on Monday.
Quick getaway needed? Park closer in DAA car parks. DublinAirport.com. The FM104 Phone Show 104 Hour Runaway.